Howdy, Full Metal Cowboy, straight shooting a short review of Babylon 5, The Gathering. I already reviewed this television pilot almost a year ago, but the version I am talking about, as you can see at the top of this video, is of the original version of Babylon 5, The Gathering. I was not able to get into much detail about The Gathering's original version because at the time I reviewed The Gathering, I did not have access to that original version. And sometime after I reviewed The Gathering, and perhaps, I believe, after I reviewed the first season of Babylon 5, that is when Amazon Prime came out with Babylon 5, all 5 seasons of it, in which Season 1 contained The Gathering. And I thought, alright, cool. But then when I watched it, it was the original version. And after having finally seen the original version of The Gathering, I highly recommend that you watch the special edition of The Gathering to start off Babylon 5. I only recommend that you watch the original version of The Gathering as a retrospective look back on how Babylon 5 got its beginnings. In fact, I saw the original version after having seen everything Babylon 5, so it's nice to watch the original version as a document, because this really is a prototype version of The Gathering. One major difference between the original version and the special edition of The Gathering is the music by Stuart Copeland in the original version. I'm glad Christopher Franke does the music for the TV series as well as the special edition of Babylon 5 The Gathering, because I really don't like the music in the original version of Babylon 5 The Gathering. It really sticks out as music that really doesn't belong in a series like Babylon 5. And with the TV series being conducted by Christopher Franke in regards to music, that music sounds much more fitting than what was heard in the original pilot. And that's because it took out some things that were not really that great in the original version and add some stuff that is nice to have that will connect to the main series. But the biggest bonus with the special edition of Babylon 5 The Gathering is Christopher Franke doing the music, because that at least has consistency with the main series. Now, one change that was made for the special edition that you may have not noticed in comparison to the original version has to do with the character Laurel Takashima. Her acting sounds really wooden in the original version. That was because she was dubbed over. In the special edition, as far as I recall reading up, her voice was restored for that special edition. So what you're hearing in the special edition is what she really sounds like, whereas in the original version, she sounds off. Clearly, I prefer the special edition of Babylon 5 The Gathering over the original version. It's simple. It's because the special edition has more consistency with the main series. And it also is the way to start off the show. The original version really should be seen as a document, as I've already said before. So that's pretty much it. Now, I do have an order of how I like to experience this show after having seen it. So, if I were to revisit Babylon 5, here is my recommended order. The Gathering, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, Season 5, Episodes 1 through 21, In the Beginning, and the final episode of Babylon 5. Every television film that I didn't mention, I consider non-canon. That also includes The Lost Tales, and even the television spin-off Crusade. What I have just displayed is what I consider canon in Babylon 5. Now, as for my rating of the original version of Babylon 5 The Gathering, well, it's not a 10, I can assure you that, but I guess I could shoot a 9 out of 10 for the original version of Babylon 5 The Gathering. Yeah, I think that's about right. I mean, it does have the same story, it has the same characters that I know and love, but really what is different from the special edition in retrospect really is what weighs the original version down. So that's about it. So, that is my review of the original version of Babylon 5 The Gathering. So, I'll be reloading for my next review, so until then, I'll see you later.